Good evening, all of you. So, in day 5, we are going to discuss about. Day 5, we are going to discuss about statements and expressions and operators in Python. So, in day 5, previous class, we are going to discuss about statements and expressions and operators in Python. And today, it is a day 6. In day 6, we are going to discuss about data types in Python. So in day 5, we are discussing about different types of operators like arithmetic operators, comparison operators, assignment operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, and membership operator and identity operators. So the membership operator. So the membership operator is in and not in. The membership operators are in and not in. So that means whether the element is in the given list, then it will go and return false. Otherwise, it will go whether the element is given in the given list, then it will go and return true. Otherwise, it will go and return false. So if it is a not in, if the element is not in the given list of elements, for example, in this example 1, so 1 not in numbers, so actually the 1 is there in the number list, so that's why it will go and print output is false. So if suppose the number is not in the given list, then it will go and print the true statements. So the membership operators are in and not in, and the identity operators are is and is not. So the identity operators are is and is not. So that means the x value and y value will be pointing out to the uh, same value. So then it will go and print true. Otherwise, it will go and print false statements. So in this example, next one is the is not. So the x is equal 5 and y is equal 6. So x is not y. So in this example, the x value is not equal to y. So that's why it will go and return true. So otherwise, it will go and return false. So the identity operators are is and is not, and membership operators are in and not in. And also we are going to discuss in previous class about precedency and associativity in Python. And today we will go and discuss about data types. And if you have any doubts, please post your query in the chat box. So the chat box will be enabled only for subscribers only. So please be subscribe the channel so that you can interact in the chat box. So if you want to interact with me, so please subscribe the channel so that I will going to clarify your doubts in a chat box. So let us see today about in day 6 we will going to discuss about data types. So what is the data types? So the collection of values, the collection of variables and methods. So the collection of values can be called as the data types. So in Python, values can be stored in variables. So every value can be stored into the variables only, like whether it is integer number or string or float number. So everything can be going to assign to the variables, and each value has its own data type. So for example, here I mentioned a is equal to 10, and it's having its own data type. So in a C programming, you have to write uh, int and followed by a is equal to and followed by value, and it will be terminated by semicolon in C programming. So in C programming, you have to declare the data types for the variables. So data type and followed by variable is equal to followed by value, and it will be terminated by semicolon. So whereas in Python, so Python is a dynamically typed programming language. So in Python, you don't need to indicate the variable types. So it's not required to define it is an integer variable or float variable or character or string or long integer and so on. So in Python is a dynamically typed programming language. So that's why you no need to declare data type like as a C programming. So whereas in C programming it is a static. You should compulsory mention the data type. So after that you have tried the variable and followed by you have to assign the value to the variables. So whereas in Python it's not required. So by automatically which will go to identify so what is the value of the variable or what type of variable it is. So that is about data types. So for example, in this example, I am declared a is equal to 10. So it is an integer number. So then interpreter will be automatically identify that it is a integer data type. And b is equal to hi Python. I'm going to write this Python in double quotes. So then the interpreter will be automatically detect it is a string data type, and C is equal to 10.5. So then the interpreter at the time of execution of this line, the interpreter is going to detected it is a float data type. And similarly in Python if you want to know what is the type of the variable, whether it is an integer type or whether it is a string data type or it is a float data type, so we have a function that is a type function. So by using the type function you want to know so it is a data type, it is an integer type, or it is a float data type, or it is a string data type. So in this example I want to print a value. So by using a type function, so print type of a. So then I got the output is the type of the a is integer data type. The type of the a is integer data type, and the print type of b. Then it will go into print the type of b is a string data type, and the print type of c. Then I got the output is the type of the c is float data types. So by using a type function, you want to know the a is an integer and b is a string data type and c is a float data types. So what about in C programming? So what about in C programming? How will we know? So how will we know a is equal to 10 is an integer data type? So by seeing that before the variable, by seeing that data type, then you can say that it is an integer data type. And also how can you say the integer can occupy how many bytes for the variable a? So actually the integer is going to occupy 2 bytes of memory in C programming. Then how can you say it will be occupy only 2 bytes? So in a C programming you have a function, or you have a keyword, so that is called size of operator. So size of function or size of by using a size of operator, we will going to find out how many bytes the variable is going to occupy. So by using a size of operator or size of function, will we know how many bytes the variable a is going to occupy. So whereas in Python you have to try the type function. So by using a type function, you want to know it is an integer type, it is a float data type, or it is a string data types. So these are the different types of data types. So in previous class, I already discussed different types of objects in Python, as well as literals in Python, or data types in Pythons. So what are the data types in Python? Different types of data types in Python. So it will be a mutable data types and immutable data types, or mutable objects or immutable objects. So what are the mutable data types? So that will be comes under list, set, and dictionary. So list, set, and dictionary are mutable objects, are mutable data types. And what is a mutable? We can modify the value of the variables. We can modify the values in a list, set, and a dictionary. So what is the immutable? You cannot modify. You cannot modify a single value, or you cannot modify a single character, or you cannot modify single values in the tuples. So why? Because numbers, strings, and tuples are immutable data types or immutable objects or immutable literals. And similarly, the number can be divided into three types of data types, like integer data type and a float data type and complex number data types. And also one more is called long integer. So long integer, so that will be discussed in the previous class. So the number contain the numeric literals contain or numeric data type object contain integer data type, a float data type, complex data type, and a long integer data types. So the long integer data types can be write in Python like this. So for example, 10 and followed by L symbol. So that will be called as a long integer. And similarly, Boolean data types. So the Boolean data types contain true or false, and sequence data types. So in a previous class also we are going to discuss about sequence data types like a string, list, and a tuple. So that is called as a STL. So S stands for strings, and T stands for tuple, and L stands for list. So these three will be comes under sequential data type, and remaining will be comes under non-sequential data types like numeric and set and dictionary. So these will be called as a non-sequential data types, and remaining data types like strings, list, and tuples are called as a sequential data types. So these are the different types of data types, as well as the literals, as well as objects in Python. So let us see the first data type, that is a number data type. So what is a number data type? So it contain only numerical values. It contain only numerical values. So the Python numbers data type includes integer, float, and complex values, and also it contain long integers also. So the number data type that it contain only numerical values, and in Python it can be divided the number numeric or number data types include as a integer, float, and complex numbers. So by using a type method, by using a type function, you have to determine the data type of a variable. So by using a type function, you have to determine the type of a variable, and by using a isInstance function. So by using a isInstance function, it will go and determine so whether an object is a member of a specific class or not. So whether an object is a member of a specific class or not. So if the member the object is the object is a member of a specific class, then it will go and return true, otherwise it will go and return the false. So for example, I will open the Jupyter notebook, then I am writing a one simple program. So x is equal to is instance 5 comma int. So I want to check it whether 5 is a which data type. So 5 comma followed by int, and I want print x value. So then I got the output is a true. So that means 5 is a integer data type. So that's why it will go and produce the output is true. For example, if I give a 5.5, so I want to say that 5.5 is a integer data type. Then let us see what is the output which will going to produce. So it will print a false. Why? Because 5.5 is not a integer data type. It is a float data type. For example, if I writing a float, then you have to run. Now see here. So the 5.5 is a float data type. So by using a isInstance function, it will going to check whether that will be number will be a integer type or float type or a string type. It will going to display. So if it is an integer type, it will going to return true. Otherwise, it will going to return false. So that is about a data types. So that is about the numbers. And numbers will be comes under immutable data types. The numbers data type will be comes under, or numeric data type will be comes under immutable data types. And this is another example. A is equal to 5, so it is integer value, and B is equal to 40.5, it is a float data type, and C is equal to 1 plus 3j, it is a complex number. So then I want to print what is the type of A. So then I got the type of A is class type, and it is a integer data type. Class object, so class is object and it is integer type. And now I will print the B value. So what is the type of B? By using a type function, I want to check it, what is the type of B. So then it will go and print that the type of B is a class object and it is a float data type, and C is equal to 1 plus 3j. Then I want to check it type of C. So then I got the output is it is a class object, it is a complex number, it is a complex number. And similarly I will check it, uh, I'm using a is instance function, then I will be going to check whether the 1 plus 3j is a complex number or not. If it is yes, then it will go and return true, otherwise it will go to return false. So in this example 1 plus 3j is a complex number, so that's why it will go and return true. So by using a is instance function to determine whether an object is a member of a specific class or not. So that is about a number, and I said that number can be classified into integer, float, and complex numbers. Now coming to next one is a string data type. So the string data type or string literal or a string object will becomes under sequential data types. So sequential data type like STL, so string, tuple, and list. So these three will be comes under sequential data types. So what is sequential data types? So group of characters. So the group of characters can be enclosed in a single quote or double quote or triple quotes. So that can be called as a string. So the string can be defined as, the string is a group of characters. The group of characters can be surrounded by a single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. So in Python, you will be also use the triple quotes for writing of a strings. And similarly, the string perform different types of operations or operator, that is called string operators. So the different types of string operators are, so the different types of string operators. So what are the different types of string operators in Python? So the different types of string operators are, so first one is plus. So plus is a concatenate of two strings, concatenate operator. And star, so star is a repetition operator. So star is a repetition operator. And index, like a square brackets, so uh, it is a slicing operator, slicing operator. And square brackets and followed by colon, square brackets followed by colon, it is a range slicing operator. So range slicing operator. And also you have to use not in, and also you have to use R. So R for raw string. For displaying of a raw string, you have to use R. So before the double quotes, you have to use the R. So this will be a comes under string operators. So different types of string operators. So for example, so for example, uh, I will open the notepad. So for example, str is equal to hello, str is equal to hello, and str1 is equal to world, str2 1 is equal to world. Now I'm using a now I'm using string operators on strings. So these both strings. First of all, I want to print type of str. So first of all, I want to print what is the type of str. So what is the type of str here? So it is a class object. It is a string data type. Class object, and it is a string data type. And what about str1? So str1, what about str1? So print type of followed by str1. So what is str1? So it will be also a class object, and it is a string data type. So now I will be use plus operator. So print str plus str1. So str plus str1. So in this example, the plus operator is going to use it for uh, concatenate operator. For concatenation of these two strings, you have to use a plus operator. So what happen if you run this one? So it will going to print hello world. So the second string will be added to the first string, then it will going to display hello world. So the plus is a concatenate operator in strings data type. And one more, print str star 3. So here star 3, star is a repetition operator. So star is a repetition operator. So then it will going to print the string is going to print 3 times. So the string is going to print 3 times. Hello, hello, and hello. So plus is a concatenate operator, and star is a repetitive operator or repetition operator in Python. So next one, what about slicing? So print str of 3. So what is the index number 3? What is the character in str? So that is a index number 0, the character is 1. Index number 1. So index number 1, the character is E. Index number 2, the character is L. And index number 3, the character is 3. So then I got the output is L. So I got the output is L in str. So in str string, I got the index number 3. So at index number 3, I have a value is L. So this is a L value, it will go to print. So next one is range slicing operator, str of 2 colon 3 or 2 colon 4. So I want print the from str string, I want print 2 colon 4. So it is a range of the operator, it is a range of the slicing operator. So that means 2 is included. So index number 2, what is the character will be there, that will be included, and 4 will be excluded. So that means it will go on to print second index number and third index number only. So then what is the second index number? So it is a 0 index and first index and second index and third index. Then I got the output is LL. So in a hello string, the second index is 2 and the third index is that is a 3, that is a L and L. Then it will go and print the output is LL, and fourth index, the 4 is excluding in Python. So that means it will be included only second index and third index only. So that is about range slicing in Python. So these all will be a and one more thing is called print, that is double quotes. I will write C colon slash double slash and users double slash and admin. So it is a raw string. If I want to print same string as it is as a output, then I will be use a R. So R for raw string, or you have to use a capital R also. We have to use a small r, capital R for printing a same, for printing same string as a output. Let us see. So then see here, C colon double slash user double slash and followed by admin. So here R is a raw string. So these all will be a different operators in strings. Different operators in strings. So what are the different operators in strings? So that is a plus operator, that is a concatenate operator, repetitive operator, and raw string, and followed by index. So index operator and range of slicing operator, and so on. So these are the different types of operations can be done on a strings. So this is an example for on a strings. Str is equal to string using double quotes. Then I got the print of str. Then I got a string using a double quotes. So next to s is equal to triple quotes. I'm using a triple quotes. Then I want print s. Then I got the multi lines of strings. So this is an example. So consider the for string handling examples. So str1 is equal to hello CSC, and str2 is equal to how are you. So then I want to print str1 0 to 2. So it is a range slicing operator. So what is the index number 0 in str1? That is a h character, and the next one 1. So that is a e character, and 2 will be excluded. So that's why it will print only HE only. So next to str1 followed by 4. So in a string 1, what is the fourth index? So it is a 0, and it is a 1, and it is a 2, and it is a 3, and it is a 4. So in the fourth index the value is woke. Then it will go to print the output is woke. So next one, star operator. It is a repetition operator. Repetition operator or repetitive operator. So then I got the str1 printed two times, like hello CSC and hello CSC, and str1 plus str2. It is a concatenate operator. Then it will go and concatenate the two strings. Then I got the output is hello CSC, how are you. So these are the different types of operators can be used in the strings. And the next one is list operator. So the list is a mutable or immutable data types. The list is a mutable or immutable data type. So the list is a mutable data type, and the list is a sequence data type. List is a mutable data type, and list is a sequence data type, and the list of values can be write in between square brackets. The list of values can be write in between square brackets, and similarly the list contain different types of data items. The list contain different types of data items. So like the list may contain integer value or float value or string and so on. So list is a collection of different data items, and list is a uh, sequence of data items, and a list is a mutable objects, and the list of values can be write in square brackets. The list of values can be write in square brackets, and every value will be terminated by comma. So every value will be separated by comma, and plus the plus will be used in list will be for concatenate operator, and a star will be used in list will be for repetition operator, and square brackets and followed by colon. So it will be called as a range of slice operator. So these all operations can be done on a list. So I repeat once again, list is a mutable data types, and a list is a sequential data type, and a list is a order collection of elements, and a list is a collection of different data types, and it contain concatenate operation, repetition operation, and range slicing operation. So let us see how we're going to apply this and all these operators in a list. So in this example, I am writing a list. List 1 is equal to 1 comma I comma Python comma 2. So that is called index number 0 the value is 1, index number 1 the value is high, index number 2 the value is Python, and index number 3 the value is 2. So then I want print type of list. So list 1, what is the type of list 1? It is a list data type. So class object, it is a list data type. And print list 1, I want to print entire list 1. Then I got the output is 1 comma I comma Python comma 2. So next one, print list 1 followed by 3 colon. So what is the index number 3? So it is a starting index number 3, but I don't know end of the index. So that's why what is the starting index here? So at index number 3 the value is 2. So only it will print only 2. So I don't know last index number. In this example I have only three indexes. So that's why it will print only last element, that is 2. So next one, list 1 0 colon 2. So that means 2 will be excluded. And what is the index number 0 value? That is a 1. And at index number 1, what is the value? That is a high. So these two will be going to printed in as output. So 1 is the index number 0, high is the index number 1, and 2 will be excluded. And next one is a concatenate operator. So print list 1 plus list 1. So I want to concatenate list 1 plus list 1. Then I got the output will be 1 high Python 2 and 1 high Python 2. So next one, star operator, and it is a repetition operator. So list 1 star 3. So I want to print the list 1 in 3 times. Then I got the output is it will go to print 3 times. The list of Alice can be printed as a 3 times. So these are the operation can be done on a list. And the next one is tuple. So what about in tuple? So tuple will be comes under which data type? So the tuple is a immutable data type. So tuple is a immutable data type, and a tuple is a sequence data type. So that's why tuple is similar as a list data type. So the tuple is similar as a list data type. So a tuple is similar to list, and it is also a collection of elements, and it is also having a various data items. So the tuple is equal to list only. But what is the difference here? What is the difference here? So what is the difference between a tuple and a list here? So the difference between a tuple and list is a mutable data objects or data type, and a tuple is a immutable data objects or immutable data types. That is the only difference, and the remaining will be same as a list only. So the tuple is similar to a list only. So but the difference between a tuple and a list is tuple is a immutable data type, and list is a mutable data type. So that is the only difference. And one more difference is that the list can be represented by using a square brackets. The list can be represented by using a square brackets, whereas in a tuple can be write in parentheses, and every value will be separated by comma. So that is about a tuple, and it is a read-only data structures. That means immutable data types. You have to read the data. It is not possible to modify the data. So example here, I am writing example. For example, tuple is equal to high comma Python comma 2. So that means it is a index number 0, it is index number 1, and it is a index number 2. So print type of tuple. So what is the type of tuple? It is a class type, class object. It is a tuple data type. So next to print tuple, I want print entire tuple. Then I got the output is high Python and 2. So next one, print tuple 1 colon. So what is the index number 1? So that will be going to print Python. And what is the end of the index? I don't know end of the index. Then it will go and print Python and 2. So it will go and print output is a Python and 2. So next to print tuple 0 colon 1. So that means 1 will be excluded and 0 will be included. So then what is the index number 0? That is a high, and 1 will be excluded. So that's why it will print only high only. So next print tuple plus tuple. So I want to perform a concatenate operator. Then I got the output is a high Python 2 and high Python 2. Next repetition operator, that is a star operator. So print tuple star 3. Print tuple star 3. Then I want print the output is 3 times. So it will go and print 3 times. So next one is t followed by index number 2 is equal to high. So what is at index number 2? What is the value? It is a 2. Now I want to replace that value as a high. I want to replace the index number 2 as a, that is a reassigning as a high. In the place of 2, I want reassigning as a high value. If I try to reassigning any values in a tuple, it will go and produce the error. So why? Because tuples are immutable data objects, are immutable data types. So that's why if I try to do if I try to add, or if I try to reassigning any values in a tuple, it will go and produce the error. So why? Because tuples are immutable data types, are immutable data objects. So next one is Boolean data types. So up to now, are you clear so far? Are you clear so far? Up to now, what are the topics I discussed? If you have any query, please post your query in the chat box. If you have any queries, so please post your query in the chat box. So let us continue the next data type, that is a Boolean data type. So it contains two values, that is a true and false. So for example, print type of true. So if I want to know what is the type of true, then you have to use a type function. So print type of true, then it will go and print it is a class object Boolean data type. And print type of false, then it will go and print a class object, it is a Boolean data type. And if you try to print like this, print followed by false, then it will go and print a error. It will go and print error. So that is about Boolean data types. And next one is a set. So what is a set here? What is a set? So set is a mutable or immutable data type. So can answer the queries. So set is a mutable or immutable data types. So set is a mutable data type. Set is a mutable data type, and it is not comes under sequence type. So that's why set is a unordered collection of data type. Set is a unordered collection of data types, and a set is a mutable data type. So that means you can modify after creation. You can modify the values after creation. So let us see the example here. For example, set 1. So set 1 is equal to set. So it is a empty set. So set is a function. So by using that function, you have to create a empty set. So that empty set will be assigned to set 1. So next to set 2 is equal to, so in set you have to use, for writing of a values, you have to use a open and closing curly brackets. So set 2 is equal to open curly brackets followed by James comma 2 comma 3 comma Python, and print set 2. Then I got the output is in unsorted order. So what is the order here? The order is James 2 comma 3 comma Python, but on that same order it is not going to print. So it will go and print randomly like 3 comma Python comma 2 comma James. So next is set 2 dot add of 10. I want to add the 10 into the set 2. So it is possible. So it is possible to add 10 into the set2. Why? Because sets are mutable data types, are mutable data objects. So that's why it will be added. So it will be added the 10 into this set. So next, set2 dot remove followed by 2. I want remove a 2. I want remove 2 in a given set. Then I will use the set2 dot remove followed by 2. Then I want print the set2. Then I got the output is a Python 3 James 10. So that 2 is deleted from the given set. So that means the insertion operation can be done in sets and the deletion operation can be done on the sets. Why? Because set is a mutable object. You can modify the set once it is created. So that is about a set. And what about a dictionary? What about dictionary? So dictionary is a what type of data type? So dictionary is a immutable data type and it is a unordered set of key value pair. It is an unordered set of key and value pairs. So the key and value pairs can be right in between open curly brackets and closing curly brackets, and the key value is separated by comma. The key is separated by comma. For example, D is equal to 1 colon. So 1 is a key and colon value. So Jimmy is a value, and 2 colon Alex, and 3 colon John, and 4 colon Mike. Then I want to print D. I want print D. Then I got the entire outputs. So next to print first name is followed by plus D of 1. So what is D of 1 in a dictionary? It will go and print Jimmy. And the second name is plus D of 4. What is the key value 4? For key value 4, what is the value? Mike. So next, I want to print key values and keys separate and value separates. Then I will use the function keys function. So d dot keys. So it will go and print only keys like 1, 2, 3, and 4. If suppose I want print values in dictionary, then I will use print d dot values. Then I got the value will be Jimmy, Alex, John, and Mike. So this is the output of the following program. So that's all about different types of data types in Python. So in the next class, discuss about one more topic, that is a reading input and writing output in Python. After that, we have discuss about type conversion in Python. So in day 7, we will go and discuss these two topics. So that's all about today class. And if you have any query, so please post your query in the chat box. So we'll try to answer your queries. And if you don't have any query, so that's all about today class. So and we'll go and meet in the next session. Have a nice day.